Welcome back to Battle Cage. My name is Saif, and this is the UFC 90 face-off reaction. And I believe this is just as important as tape study and everything that goes into your research. Face-offs tell me body language, and it's just I get to see the last physical presentation of the two fighters before the fight. Obviously, for me, nothing is set in stone until I see their their entrances. When they're coming out and they're ready to fight, I feed off of that energy and I make my final picks. But at least we have this is like a preview. So let's dive into the preview and let's talk about it. So we got the main event, Brendan Allen versus Chris Curtis. And I'm telling you right now, Brendan Allen is exuding completely. You can see it. A lot of confidence. He's confident. He's confident. I love it. He's bigger, and I think he's not gonna get caught this time. Alex is just a brawler guy. I think he's gonna be taking Jackson down, and he came in overweight. Morgan Shire just looks bigger and confident, and he looks better than his debut when he fought in France. Chepe is gonna be everybody's darling and the dog here. I think he's not winning. Bahamandas, man, bigger guy. He's gonna be faster. He looks confident, towering over Giagos. I like that. I'm gonna go with Bahamandas. Oh my goodness, man! Look at Walker. He's gonna be the bigger guy here, sizing him up, sizing his opponent up like he's about to chew him up. Trevor Peake is ready, but he's getting his ass kicked. Charlie Campbell is gonna be the bigger guy, much faster. His striking differential is insane. This is gonna be a good fight. I don't know. They're both OGs. I'm leaning Alex Morono. Okay. All smiles. Jermaine Envy, man, she looks confident. Yeah, she's game. She's always game. Bantamweight division. Valco versus Hugo. I'm gonna go for Pretty Boy Victor, man. This is gonna be a scrap, guys. Watch this. Both men are ready to go. I'm leaning slightly this Matsu something. Jean Matsu something, but both ready to go. Man, Cesar Almeida looks such a bigger dude. And this is the first prelim of the night, and we're not gonna watch this fight. You already know my how we do this. So yeah. Okay, that's done. Now that we got that out of the way, um let's talk let's talk a little bit more about the card. So Cynthia Calvillo came in a bit overweight, and I believe that fight got scrapped. So first fight, the rule for this channel is an automatic skipper. If you're new to the channel, you don't like that, you can just stop watching me. But I never recommend betting on the first fight. I just never do. You don't want to start on a bad note. You don't want to start with negative energy. You don't want to start your chase early. So don't bet the first fight. This is a fight. Butka coming in here. He's going to be the favorite versus Almeida. I will pull up DraftKings line for reference purposes. Now, the fight with Butka and Almeida, 36 years of age, red flag, but 4-0, another red flag. That means he hasn't been here for a while professionally. He's coming in. Almeida is plus 120. Butka is going to be minus 142. Odds wise, love on Butka, but man, Almeida looks just a physically imposing guy, and I think he might win because his differential is significant, 4.73 to 4-7. Um, the takedown though is favoring Butker, and I think that's why public perception, or at least the bookies, have him as the favorite here. Not a strong lean on this card, on this fight. Okay, Matsumoto, 14-0, undefeated, fighting Dan Argueta. They both look good on the scale. The younger guy, Matsumoto, is getting love. He's minus 170, rightfully so. I think that's the play here. Um, I think that's the play, though. Significant strike landed per minute, 6.67 to 2.35. The only thing is that the takedown and the submission average is going to favor Dan Aguera. But if we look at the profile of if we look at the profile for Matsumoto, let me pull that up really quick. Let me pull that up really quick. So 82% on Jean Matsumoto. Physically, he looks good. Younger guy, I like that. 5'6". He is winning mostly by decision. 6 wins by decision. 43%. 36% of his wins are by submission. So he's not a fish out of water with that. So that's not concerning at this point. So Matsumoto is going to be the pick, and I think he's going to get the job done. I just like his energy at the face-offs. Let's move along. We got Falco versus Victor Hugo. We're gonna go with Victor Hugo, and I'm pretty confident here. Minus 142, good play. They're both 31 apiece. The reach though is significant. You got to give it to him. He is giving up some striking differential, 302 to 1.25. But the submission is favoring this guy by a significant margin, 4-0. But let's look at the profiles really quick. So this is what the Victor Hugo fight. The record is also very good, 24-4. That's phenomenal. They're both coming in on some fight winning streaks, so they've been putting work. Victor Hugo, his last loss dates back to 2014, and since then he's been just just busting ass, man. Fighting different caliber of opponents, 19-3, 6-1, 3-1, 17-8, 23-9. So he is fighting some competition. And his last win, knee bar, he has 9 wins by submission, 8 wins by KO, 7 wins. He's a well-rounded fighter. He's a confident pick of mine. His opponent, Falco, 16-3 record. That's very, very decent. Very decent. His last win is Leonardo Morales, rear naked choke. So he has 5 wins by submission, 6 wins by knockout, 5 wins by decision. Well-rounded fighter, as you can see. Like both guys, I'm leaning slightly Victor Hugo because of the reach, slight physicality advantage, and the record. So I like that. I'm gonna go with Victor Hugo. I'm pretty confident with that pick. Let's move down along. We got Norma Dumont versus Jermaine Durandamy, and I'll be honest with you, right off the rip, I just said Norma Dumont. But the minute you go Norma Dumont, you tell yourself, wait a minute, Jermaine Durandamy is just a well decorated fighter. I mean, she's a very well decorated fighter, and although it's a 10-4 record, it doesn't tell you a whole lot. You really got to dive into this. When you dive into this, you're gonna say, well, what do I got to look for? You got to look for the fact that her only loss in the last, you know, almost a decade, because she only lost to Amanda Nunes. She lost to Amanda Nunes in 2013, and she lost to Amanda Nunes in 2019. Um, Besides that, like she's been there for a while, and she has such an extensive um, Muay Thai Kickboxing record, it is ridiculous. So if you're gonna say who's the better striker, without a doubt, it's gonna be Jerome Durandamy. And if Norma Dumont can't take her down, she's in a world of trouble because she's gonna get her ass kicked. She's gonna give up 4 inches of um, reach, and yeah, the striking differential by numbers it's favoring Norma Dumont, but that's because of her latest fight that's kind of skewed the numbers. But she's a phenomenal, well decorated fighter. Physically, she's bigger, as you saw at the face offs, and she only lost to Amanda Nunes. You look at who she beat. She got some good. Um, she got some good ladies under her belt. Look, Larissa Pacheco, from Bellator, who's 24, who's 23-4. I mean, that's a notable win, right? Larissa Pacheco, um, Holly Holm, Raquel Pennington. Rocky's the current champ, so you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you really gotta understand that she's really beating people. So beat Rocky, Aspen Ladd, but Aspen Ladd has been a little exposed. She lost to Amanda Nunes, and she beat Juliana Pena via guillotine choke in 2020. Volumes. That speaks volumes. So there is definitely value on Jermaine Durandamy. Just saying. Definite value. The 30 years of age, the 4-year layoff. Um, it is scary. Well, not 4, 3-year layoff. She had a baby, but maybe she's coming in with some mama bear, strength here. So yeah, for the heavyweight boys, I like Walker here. Physically younger, 6'6", looks angrier too. I like that. I like angry heavyweight boys. They don't play. So I'm gonna go with Walker here at minus 225. I think that's reasonable. And I think he's gonna knock him out, to be honest. If you look at his wins, right? Let's pull that up really quick. Let's pull that up. Where's this dude? Right here. He has a 11-0 undefeated record. You know what I'm saying? Pulling him up. He has 6 wins by KO, 4 decisions, 1 submission. So yeah, I mean, I like this guy. I really do. He's gonna knock out Brzezinski. He's coming in at 3 losses, 3L streak. Martin Boudet split decision loss. You know what I mean? Martin Boudet has been exposed slightly, so it is what it is. Carl Williams decision loss, and Waldo knocked him the fuck out. So you know what I'm saying? So 1+1 = 2. I'm gonna go with Walter Walker by a knockout, homicide. Alex Morono of Court McGee. I'm gonna lean Alex Morono. He's just a very um, durable fighter that just keeps grinding you out, and I think he has all the tools to get the job done. It's gonna be a good fight. A couple of OGs throwing it down. They're both coming off a couple of losses. Court McGee just got knocked out by Matt Brown. That's a bad luck. And um, Buckley got a decision win against Alex Morono. So, and looking at what Buckley just did to Vicente Luque, you kind of have to understand that that's not a bad loss, um, Alex Morono. So yeah, give me Alex Morono. I just don't like the price tag. I would probably consider playing this live if Gordon McGee has a good round, and some money's gonna go there, and you could grab Alex Morono at like almost even odds or even an underdog spot going to the second round. That's probably gonna be the play here. Trevor Peak versus Campbell. I'm gonna go with Campbell. I really like Campbell. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's game. Let me pull this guy up here. Where is what the hell is Campbell? Trevor Peak right here. Charlie Campbell 8-2. Um, excuse me. He's coming in with 2 wins back to back. He fought Alex Reyes 6 months ago. Got the knockout. He looked good. Trevor Peak, though, he's a dog, so it's hard to pick against him. But you know what? He had a crazy fight with Chris Duncan, and he looked good right until he got knocked out. So I like him. He has 2 inch, 2.5 inch reach advantage. His striking differential is stupid. It's 1103 to 509, and Trevor Peak likes to stand and bang. And I would be a little cautious banging with Charlie Campbell here. Minus 175 is a little bit high to my liking. I would have probably liked to see him at minus 140. But with that said, I'm still going to lean Charlie Campbell. And I might feel stupid for that pick because I love Peak. I mean, the guy is just a definition of a dog. You know what I mean? And moving down along, we got Baja Mendes versus Giagos. I'm going to go with Baja Mendes. Like the guy, fast, younger, good reach, physically bigger, stupid volume. 6.97 to 2.98, almost double. In fact, more than double. Give me Baja Mendes. Maybe decision if he doesn't knock out Giagos. But something tells me he might knock out Giagos and Giagos is done. So I was going back and forth with this fight, but Chipe Mariscal versus Morgan Charret, the Frenchman. Give me Morgan Charret. I'm going to officially back Morgan Charret. He's going to be younger. He has better striking differential, 6.75 to 4.67. And in addition to his striking, which I like, I also like his movement side to side. He did display a chin. He got rocked a couple of times by the Italian fighter, Milano, in his last outing in the debut in France. And, Chipe Mariscal has been putting on as a dog here and started like plus 140 ish, I believe. Let me see. He started, Chipe started at plus 125, 140 at certain books. Let me see. It looks like DraftKings had him at, let me just go here. DraftKings had Chipe initially at plus 142. So, you know what I'm saying? It's been going back and forth, back and forth. He's currently plus 102 at DraftKings. So, there you have it. Money is coming on Chipe. A lot of public love here. He's going to be the underdog darling here. I just feel like Morgan is going to get the better of Chipe as the fight goes along. And I told you, not only does he have good hands and good movement, he has nasty kicks, especially to the body. And that's how he was able to finish his other opponent. Crazy, crazy sequence with the leg kicks. And he knows how to turn it up when needed. So good fight IQ. I like that. Now, he does have 9 losses, and that's scary, but that's because this guy is all out fighter. You know what I mean? Um, he lost to Paul Hughes here, who's doing good job. He's 10-1 fighter, so it's not like he's losing to bums. You know what I mean? And Chipe is not a bum. He's a dog. But you know, I don't know. I think it's gonna be the Frenchman here because he's just he's just that guy. Excuse me. Oh man, it's catching up to me. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the French guy here. And then co-main event: Alex Hernandez versus Damon Jackson. I'm gonna go Hernandez. He missed weight. I think he has to move up to 155 though. But at 155, he's getting his ass kicked. So I don't know, man. And Damon Jackson, 35 years of age, featherweight, didn't look good on the scale, man. Never been really a fan of this guy. He only had that one outing where he came in possessed and fucked up Pat Sabatini. Literally, that's the only way to say it. He comes in and he just knocks out Pat Sabatini. And that's because he was mad. He lost his brother, so he came in with so much emotions. And I understand him. I truly do. But I'm gonna lean Hernandez here. Maybe by decision. And then finally, main event. If these shades were not an indicator, Pow! We're gonna go with Brandon Olin Allen versus Chris Curtis, and we're gonna go with Brandon Allen. He was exuding lots of confidence there. Striking differential is gonna favor Curtis, but I feel like the accuracy, as you can see, is gonna be on Brandon Allen's side, and he's not gonna strike with Curtis. I hope he doesn't. If he does, he's got bad news for him. But it's his time. He's 28. He's coming in on a good winning streak. I believe he's on a 5 or 6 win streak at the moment. Let me see. His last loss was Chris Curtis. That was in 2021. He got knocked out in the first round, and since then, Sam Alvey, Jacob Malcolm, Jotko, Andre Moniz, Bruno Silva, and Paul Craig. So, and that was a good win, against Paul Craig. Just to rear naked choke him like that, in round 3 and get the best of it. So, yeah, give me Brandon Allen. I'm all in. I hope I'm not going to be overexposed, and that's it. Now, in terms of plays, let's just quickly go into the plays here. So I'm going to share DraftKings and tell you like good money line values. So starting from the rip, if you're going to bet Melissa Mullins at minus 345, it's a first fight. It's a skipper. Good luck if you do, but I have no comment. Um, Vodka minus 142. I think that's a reasonable line, but Cesar is a fighter, so be careful. I know he's coming up there in age, and the experience might be a question, but minus 142 is a playable line for a favorite. I'm going to go with Jean Matsumoto at minus 170. Like I said, I would have loved to have him at minus 142. And look at Matsumoto, right? Matsumoto, once again, to refresh our memory, 14 and 0, well-rounded fighter. I feel like it might go to decision here, and he's just gonna be the better fighter. But then Aguero is game, so that's something to consider. You know what I'm saying? Moving down along, we're gonna go with Victor Hugo. I like the minus 135. Pedro Falco is game, but I'm gonna go with Victor Hugo. He got the physicality, got the reach, and pretty good submission artist. I'm gonna skip the ladies' fights. I don't feel particularly comfortable there. Alex Morono, I feel confident, but minus 300 is nasty. Charlie Campbell. So let's go to a Charlie. I think he's gonna get the job done. Although debuting fighter, not battle tested. I hate doing that, so I don't recommend playing Charlie Campbell. Um, I'm gonna go with Walker. I'm confident with that pick. Ignacio Bahamondes. I'm confident with that pick. I like Morgan Charret. Let's go with this guy. Um, I was really leaning Alex Hernandez, but the misweight scares me a bit. And we're going to go with Brandon Allen. So 4 confident money plays. If I was going to play, Victor Hugo is there, Jean Matsumago, but I don't know if I want to just get in early on action. I'd rather wait a little bit and go a little bit deeper, if you catch my drift. So let's go with Victor Walker, Ignacio Bahamondes, Morgan Charret, Brandon Allen, a 4-leg picker plus 363, and everything else will be a live play if you have to. That's about it. Like and subscribe. Battle Cage. I'm outie. You know what I mean? Outie.